on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk. Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station. Psst, we bought that action. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cells. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, pam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Yo, they just empty.
I want to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio. And I'm here for the action.
And but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's hump day.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this April 9th, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Now, we got a lot going on the show today. You know the story about James Cooper that we brought the family on the show. We brought the family on the show about James Cooper, where he went down to a town in Mississippi, and he ended up, I guess they're saying he hung himself. This is what they're saying, but the family is raising an eyebrow. Well, at 2 o'clock today, we got the investigators coming in that have been investigating this. So we got breaking news. We're going to have up-to-date information. Once again, James Cooper, his mom was here, and he's also a native of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He left Milwaukee to go down to Mississippi to be with what he thought was his family. And the family saying that it was some foul play, but they said that they found him hanging, you know. So we're going to talk about that. We got the investigators coming. But before we get into the show, I want to talk about something because I seen something very disturbing online. And I'll say this before I introduce what I thought was disturbing online. I want to talk about knowledge of self because it plays a factor in what we're seeing. And a lot of people, when you don't have knowledge of self, you kind of allow other things to take precedence, and you start just not having a center ground to ground yourself. You're not grounded many times when you don't have knowledge of self. And many times we understand that throughout history, they have tried to block our true history of who we truly are as Black. I say I'm American, and I'll tell you this, but they don't want the history. We talk about history in schools. They only start at slavery. A lot of it starts at slavery, you know. But before slavery, we want to know before all of that what was going on. And sometimes we have to do a little extra digging. That's why I say I don't trust the school system to teach me my history. I have to do my digging. I have to look at the people that came before me and read books and do that extra studying. A lot of y'all would say that the Bible has a lot of our history in it as well. But what I'll say is this: knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is powerful. My people perish due to what? A lack of knowledge. So we got to start teaching and infusing. When I say infuse, you know how they say we got to infuse. We got to infuse that knowledge of self into our youth. Because right now they got so much going on with the social media, so much peer pressure, so many different ideologies. And if you don't have knowledge of self, somebody going to give you something to follow. That's why I'm happy that I got a show so we can talk about these things in preparation. in preparation for what we got to see, for what we looking at, because a lot of people don't have a true knowledge of self. And that means that we're going to see a lot of things that look crazy because of that. Because we're not grounded. And many times, due to social engineering and the way the Western culture was set up, we have to fight and do extra research to get that knowledge, to ground ourselves. Some people got whole degrees and ain't even grounded. You know what I mean? You know, that degree was to try to get a better position in life. But that means nothing when it comes to having knowledge of self and being grounded. That's all I'm trying to say. And many times, knowledge of self is powerful because once you understand, once you obtain the knowledge of self, then you could create a plan. Then you could create a purpose. Then you could tap into the talents. And then you can move. And everything you do after knowledge of self is strategic. It's organized. It has foundational thoughts and ideas that you can spring from. What I'm seeing now is just people waking up and letting the day be what it is. If they crash out, they crash out. If they don't, they don't. It just depends on what's going on. But what I'm talking about is we have to start searching and getting more closer to the knowledge of self, of who you are, who you truly are, your boundaries, your rules, you know, the definition, define yourself. Knowledge of self. Knowledge of self, you know, it refers to having a deep understanding of your own thoughts, feelings, values, behaviors. It involves being aware of your strengths and weaknesses, your motivations and desires, and your goals and aspirations. Having knowledge of self can help you make informed decisions, build stronger relationships, and live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Knowledge of self. Y'all know we went through self-care. Now, I ain't trying to go back down that road now. We already did self-care. We already did self-care in March. But knowledge of self, you thought self-care was powerful. You gain knowledge of self. You might be powerful. You might get powerful. And sometimes people will influence you. The crowd. When you don't have knowledge of self, you start looking at the crowd and say, okay, well, everybody doing this, it must be okay. But many, many times when you see a bunch of people moving a certain way, you know, that don't mean it's right. That do not mean that's the right way. I'm trying to tell y'all today, let's start trying to regroup, rethink, and reshape and implement a lot of these things that we've been discussing when it comes to us, when it comes to knowledge of self, when it comes to making moves, idealisms, creating our traditions, holding our people accountable when it comes to community work, when it comes to dealing with us, when it comes to getting results. I'll tell you this. I saw something that was very disturbing on the internet, and the Bible verse came to my thoughts. My people perish due to a lack of knowledge. And I'm gonna talk about it when we get back from break, but I just wanted to I understand what we finna go into to discuss, but I'm also trying to tell y'all how to get around it, how we can get around a lot of these things. And that's by taking things into our own hands. A lot of y'all look outside yourselves for somebody to come help and bring and resolute things. And if that's the way you're doing it, God bless you. But I'm going to tell you this, the best way we can turn things around, and I say this all the time, if everybody do a little, nobody got to do a lot. Inch by inch, everything's a cinch. Teamwork make the dream work. These are ideas, group ideas, and a lot of people are using the individualism that they have to be in the group. So they're trying to use the group to benefit their individual ideas. And I see this all the time. I talk about it on the air. I'm trying to be out here as best way I can to be the example of what I want to see or the help I want to receive or the person I want to come to help me. Because eventually we all going to have to be a resource for each other. We all going to have to do it, whether you come to grips with it or not. Because when we look out that window, tell me what you see. And until we take initiative as a group, as a whole, man, woman, and child, it's not going to change. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
Start jamming in the morning and get your daily drop of juice.
Juice gets you hydrated and started for your day. And that's what we plan to do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Every single morning, we're going to be keeping you in the mix, talking about everything you care about all before 9 a.m.
So wipe that crust out your eyes and get ready for jamming with juice.
Turning your mornings into your favorite part of the day.
Get that steak breath out of here. Brush your teeth.
It's it, bro. Like, what? Catch Jammin' with Juice
from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Milwaukee.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Maya is always on the move, and so is her money. Buy this here, deposit that there. She and her money are a lot to keep track of. Good thing Maya banks with Landmark Credit Union and uses their amazing mobile app. Maya checks her balance, deposits checks, pays bills, even transfers money between friends. So while Maya is coming and going, she can see her funds coming, going, and, best of all, growing. Landmark Credit Union. Banking made easy. Insured by NCUA.
Want to help build a better Milwaukee? 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition of over 70 community partners making it easier to plug in to what matters. From local services that can save you time and money, to events that build community, to voting resources to ensure your voice is heard. Whether you're new to civic engagement or ready to level up your impact, there's a place for you at 1MKE. Learn more, get involved at 1mke.org. That's 1mke.org. We are 1MKE.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Double up. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just,
101, 7 of Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Truth Nation. What we about to talk about is very disturbing, so I must warn y'all that this is very disturbing. This is making its round since yesterday on social media. A post made by QJ on Facebook. It says, OMG, they done started a fight house in Milwaukee. Now, I don't know exactly what a fight house was, but they had video of a bunch of teenagers in a house strictly for fighting. Now, I looked at this video, and one of the moms had contacted me once I shared the post. She said she saw the video, and she saw her daughter in the video. So what it looks like to me is a bunch of kids, young kids, teens, gathering in a house to strictly fight. They calling it fight housing. Fight house. The fight, instead of throwing a party, instead of doing a get together, they all going into a residence, or maybe it's a bando, maybe it's a abandoned building. I don't know what it is, but they're fighting, and they taking turns fighting. And there's video of it online. I shared it on my page, but we got some video of this. If y'all watching as we broadcast live on YouTube. Once again, this is called Fight House. I guess this is the new thing that these young people are doing. And they just sitting back and look like people got drinks. It's like somebody holding drinks. Somebody, they got cell phones. And it's women, it's girls. What I'm seeing in this, whatever this is that they're showing, is girls fighting groups of girls fighting girl on girl. It's one of those things that's very disturbing to see that young people are doing this. Once again, I got the DJ Brother Z is trying to load the video. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is so disturbing. And I'm looking at the comments, and mostly the comments are shocked and concerned about a fight club in Milwaukee involving kids. Some suggest alternative activities like read books, start a book club, study groups. Others see it as a safe outlet for aggression. These are what's going on in the comments. I wonder, where are the adults? Where are the adults? I choose violence in the chat says, good for the kids. Hey, see, that's what I'm saying. Some people are agreeing that this is a safe outlet for aggression. Proposing strict fights with gloves and gear, most agree it's disturbing and unacceptable. All I'm saying is, I can't believe this is going on. It's several videos of this. It's several, like online. It just started yesterday. I'm sure it's going to be on the mainstream media this evening because it's going viral. It's going viral right now, and it's called Fight House. And they're gathering in somebody's residence, clearing the living room out, and they standing in a circle and throwing blows. I don't know if this is a Milwaukee thing. I don't know if this is original to Milwaukee. I ain't never seen this. But I'm going to tell you, parents, you where your children at, because this look like it's late in the evening, and it's looking pretty bad. It's a lot of hair pulling, a lot of violent activity going on back to back to back. You see some of the young men in there kind of refereeing, like randomly pulling people off. You see randomly where two girls are fighting and then a third girl will jump in and fight. This is what's happening. This is starting to go viral right now, and I think that we need to put the word out and let the community know that this is happening. This is going on. And, hey, this is a cry. To me, this is a cry for all those years where we said that they had nothing to do, all those years that we were going to get something up for them to do. We struggled with developing ideas for the youth, and now here we go. Here we go. They got it out here, the fight house. Now the adults, where are the adults? Well, we got some video up if y'all watching as we broadcast live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube. It's pretty disturbing. It's pretty disturbing. And I'm telling you, it's multiple fights. I didn't see, just off social media alone, it's about 7 or 8 fights alone and group fighting all at the same time. Y'all thought UFC. Y'all thought y'all paid to go see UFC. If this was on pay-per-view, the world would watch it. This is how crazy this is. This is how crazy this is. And I'll tell you this. We got to do something, Truth Nation. When we talk about how we deal with the youth, it's a lot of kids in here with this aggression. They taking a lot of punishment. Some girls are getting their hair snatched out. Some girls are being hit from behind while they're engaging in fights. This is wild. This is wild to watch. Mark Reed says self-hate. That's why the girl was bitten by the dog at Mayfair fighting by teenagers. Sam King says the adult hosts the fight. So, yeah, it had to be, the adult have to host this. I agree, Sam. There have to be, where is somebody paying rent there? Some lights on. Somebody paying rent. It's an adult, got to be somewhere, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they was taking money at the door. I don't know how this is set up. I Choose Violence says, I can assist on fighting techniques if they request. Hey, like I said, there's some grown-ups out here, and this is, they saying that, this is probably a safe way so they can deal with aggression. Like whoever in the chat, whoever popping up in the chat talking that extra, it's people like them. Not really a city girl said, no, pulling hair and people jumping in on one fights look like this will turn to the worst in no time. It looks like it's no organization to it. It's really not no organization to it. And I'll tell you this. I can see right now, adults, and I wouldn't even call them adults. I would say grown up, people that got over 21, still acting like children. They have to be assisting this for this to go down in this house because it don't look like none of them kids got money to pay the rent. It do not look like none of these kids got money to pay the rent. Run that back one more time for those that are just joining. If you're watching us live, we got video of it that was posted on social media. This was posted on social media yesterday of the fights. And if you see your child on here, I'm telling you, a mother had hit me up. A mother said, hey, Tory, how can we shut this down? It's random. I don't know where they having the fights. I mean, you would have to, once, we secure your daughter, and hopefully she can tell us how this is going on. Look at this madness. If y'all watching this, we broadcast live. We got video, or you can go to Tory Lowe, King, on Facebook, and I got it shared there. It's called House Fights, the House Fights. So is this what they doing on the weekends, or how is this, I would hate for this to become a trend, but they trying to make it a trend. They video recording it. Maybe some Kia boys in there. I don't know. I see a lot of cats with hoodies on. If y'all see y'all kid in the video, let me know. I want to come and try to break this down. see what's going on with this. These are our children. Wow, that's crazy. Jeff said, yeah. Mao the elephant, it's too late for that. Yeah. It is too late for it. Hey, look, we working from behind because for years, I've been saying, I could pull a video from 10 years ago saying we need to come together as a community and get places where the youth can grow and develop. And when you don't have that, it mutates. It mutates into what I'm seeing. This is something is going to happen. And then it's starting out as a fight house, but then let's say somebody gets really upset, and I don't even know if they monitoring if anybody got guns or not. What if they get upset and somebody gets to, taking it to that next level? 9482 says, this is crazy, Tory Lowe. The act of violence with our youth, our people, our future generations are doomed with these continuous acts of genocide, self-hate. Hey, look, these are our youth. We're going to have to figure this out. So if anybody has a youth that was participating in this type of behavior, let me know. Let me know. Reach out to me on social media. Let's see what we can do about it. Let's see if we can get something, if this don't tell you we need to react and really put out things and really get things developed for these young people. I don't even know what to say. All these organizations getting millions of dollars, a lot of wasteful spending going on, but yet the youth feel like there's nothing for them to do. This has been going on. This feeling's been going on for a long time. We bring youth on the show. They say that they're feeling like they're being ignored. We got all these people getting money from the state, from the taxpayer dollars. What's going on? Why are we not creating? Because they finna create. They gonna create. Mao the elephant says parents should start monitoring these phones or any electronic devices in the house. Let's start from there. I've been saying that. I've been talking about that. Antonio Whitmore, the same one said fights now, shootouts later. Crazy, it's shameful. Yes. Hey, we just had a mother on the show. Tanya Green. They were meeting up at Deneen Park late at night, and then they started shooting. Over 101 gunshots, and Amira Wallace lost her life. And then before that, they was over at Midtown a couple years back, and then there was a lot of shooting going on. You don't think that this fighting stuff gonna turn into shooting? Okay. And this is dangerous because you don't know what house it's gonna be in. They calling it fight housing. The fight house. Fight night. Kathleen says, where are the adults? Does someone recognize the place? That's what I'm saying. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City of Milwaukee is recruiting for its 16th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply by Friday, May 2nd.
Today's Making Your Money Work is presented by Associated Bank, and right now I am excited to be joined by Ashley Lucas. Ashley Lucas, how are you doing today?
I am doing amazing, and I am excited. We are so close to the holidays. How are you?
I'm doing really good, too. I'm excited to be speaking with you because, the work that you and Associated Bank do is incredible. So I want to get right into it. So in what ways does Associated Bank support small businesses?
Yeah, well, thank you so much for the kudos. We really take it to heart here to ensure that we're helping the businesses in our community, those local business owners that are working hard, to help the people that, live and work in the Milwaukee area. So one of the biggest things we have here is we have not only certified branch managers and colleagues, but also a small business relationship manager team that's able to assist a business, whether they're just starting out, they need their first loan, they're looking to retire, they're wondering, how to manage their day-to-day operations with their finances. And I think that's really important because, having that go-to person that you can contact no matter, what questions you have is really, really, really important to business owners.
So how can people get in touch with you? I know they're interested at this point.
We have something also really cool at Associated Bank. Anyone can go into any one of our local branches. We have business certified colleagues there that are able to help. Or if you're like me and you see the snow coming down today and you're like, nope, I want to stay in my jammies and at home, we have a virtual relationship manager hotline, and anyone can call whether they're a customer or not. They're open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and their number is 1-800-270-7725.
Thank you so much, Ashley Lucas. We always have such a good time.
Making your money work on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is sponsored by Associated Bank. Your money works here.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snine. Once down 24 points in the fourth quarter, the Milwaukee Bucks storming back to upset the Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday night, 110-103.
It's on the deck, picked up by Trent. Feeds it ahead. Porter's behind the pack. He stuffs it down.
Kevin Porter Jr. with 2 of his 21 points there off the bench. Giannis also adding a team-high 23 points. And the Bucks making the largest comeback in NBA history, once down 24 points with 10 or less minutes to play, and they improved to 45-34 on their season. And lastly, over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers also getting the win on Tuesday night, beating Colorado 7-1 in Game 1 of the 3-game set in Denver.
Fly ball deep right. Wow, Yelich demolishes one up into the night sky, all the way back to the wall. Goodbye, Christian Yelich.
With the win, the Brewers improving to 6-5. Brewers-Rockies Game 2 tonight set for 7:40. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey. Whoa. Hey. Hey. Yeah. I'm making a change today. The liquor been taking the pain away. I heard you was giving your chain away. That's kind of like giving your fame away. What's wrong with you? I sit in a box where the owners do. A boss is a role that I've grown into. I love you to death, but I told you the truth. I can't just be with you and only you. Yeah, I got one Virgil, got one, and that day is the only two, man. How many times have I shown improvement? How many nights I've been woke, swerving the potholes, not trying to flip the wheels on the road, okay? Funny how life goes. He thought he was sick, now we wiping his nose, okay? Soon as you give him your soul, you blow up and they say you're selling your soul, okay? They want my life exposed, they want to know about the highs and lows. Well, summer all I did was rest, okay? And
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. I guess we doing a pop culture report. It's just me and DJ Brother Z, so I'm a stay on this. This story that we talked about yesterday, Carmelo Anthony, and the situation where there was a stabbing at a track meet. Anthony, 17, is charged with the murder of a 17-year-old Frisco High School student, Austin Metcalf. The stabbing happened April 2nd. It was at a track meet, at the school, and there's a lot going on with this situation. A lot of racial tension. Austin Metcalf is a white 17-year-old, and Anthony is a 17-year-old young black male. And I'll tell you this has been going on for the last couple days. There's GoFundMe's out here. The family's attorney have spoken now. They're trying to get his bail amount reduced. They said they set the bail, it has been set, the bond has been set at $1 million. At $1 million, the criminal defense attorneys They want to have it lowered. They are releasing a statement to the public. They're speaking out. This has been brewing. This is starting to become interesting, especially when you start looking in the comments, DJ Brother Z. I mean, the comments are crazy. People are really showing their, they really showing their real colors in the comments. I mean, I'll tell you this. We have seen situations where the guy in New York, Penny, where he killed the black man on the train station and he choked him out, the Michael Jackson impersonator. He choked him out and they gave to him, he said it was self-defense. And, everybody looked at him like he was some type of hero. There was some tension over that situation. He ended up being cleared of that situation. And now here we go with another situation, and it's starting to go down that route of being racially charged, where people are saying the N-word with the hard R in the comments and everything. I mean, I'll say this, we got to make sure that when we look at things, I always say, when we got enough examples of when our counterparts, when white people get into situations like these, how it's handled, and then Carmelo Anthony said that he was in self-defense. There's talk that he was approached due to sitting under a tent in the rain. One of the young men, two twins, the Metcalf brothers, they're twins. He was approached in a certain way where, we don't even really know because the brother is telling us. I'm only hearing the brother's side. We got other witnesses. I'm hoping to hear what the witnesses are saying, but we know that they confronted him. That's something that from even when the brother telling the story, they confronted him. We know that he was confronted. Okay. And the outcome was Austin Metcalf was stabbed. So here we go with the GoFundMes. And I think that Carmelo Anthony's GoFundMe is now probably close to 300. And there's also a GoFundMe for the victim in this situation with Austin. They're saying that he has a GoFundMe, and the mother had, I think they say it's 2 GoFundMes for him. So, hey, this is a tough situation. This is a tough situation. I'm telling everybody, don't fall into the extra, because now he has 2 attorneys working on his behalf. Do we have any of the attorney statements? They're saying that the attorneys are speaking out. We got video as we broadcast live on YouTube and social media. Let's listen.
5 days since Austin Metcalf was stabbed and killed at a track meet in Frisco. Today, student athletes returned to finish the track meet at a different location. Tiffany Liu shows us the changes made since last week's tragedy.
Monday's track meet at Little Elm's Lobo Stadium looks different, more secure and less crowded than usual. This morning, student athletes from Frisco ISD attended the UIL District 11 5A track and field meet again. It was rescheduled and moved after police say 17-year-old Austin Metcalf from Memorial High School was stabbed and killed last Wednesday by 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony from Centennial High. Instead of a fully open stadium, students, staff, and spectators are going through guarded gates. Bag checks and metal detectors are required for all. Police presence from Little Elm and Frisco PD are clearly on site too at each entrance. Parents we spoke with say these security measures do help them feel safer. Others believe it was an isolated incident, but still many are here to support their children, some who are traumatized from the death. As the fatal stabbing remains top of mind, we've learned the suspect, Carmelo Anthony, is represented by defense attorneys Billy Clark and Kim T. Cole. They sent a statement that they'll be working to reduce Carmelo's $1 million bond. They said, during this difficult time, we urge the public to refrain from rushing to judgment before all the facts and evidence are presented. A lot of people have been supporting Austin's family since his death. While his mom and twin brother spoke with us last week, they're now asking for privacy as they focus on healing. In a statement from Megan Metcalf, she says, in part, we will will entrust the detectives handling the investigation to determine the circumstances surrounding Austin's passing, while our family, Hunter, and I prioritize commemorating and honoring Austin. Back at Lowe Stadium, winners of this track and meet won't receive awards on the podium like they typically do. Medals are being handed to the coaches, who will give them to their athletes. More precaution and less celebration in this challenging time for Frisco ISD. In Little Elm, I'm Tiffany Liu.
Hey, so once again, we have a situation, and I agree with the attorneys. At this point, we don't have all the information in front of us. We do know that when Carmelo Anthony was caught, he did tell police that he did it. He didn't deny it. He did say that he was defending himself. He's been saying that since the beginning. And so we got to sit back and wait and see. You know, he has two attorneys. I think they had one. Now they have two attorneys representing him now. There's also been a GoFundMe for both sides in this situation. And when I tell you that the comments on this is, whew, I mean, it's very tense. It's very tense. But I'll say this, you know, he said off the top that he was defending himself. Joining me on the lines is advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. Elizabeth Brown, you've been following this story on Carmelo Anthony and dealing with a lot of the comments too. You've been seeing the comments, and I want to get your opinion on what you're seeing when it comes to the situation with Carmelo Anthony and the Metcalf brothers.
The truth is coming out slowly but surely, but I mean, in reality, it's showing the racist fabric of America. You see the most racist comments. I mean, the N-word, hard R, how blacks are ignorant, uneducated, come from broken homes. We're the most violent, EBT, food stamp welfare recipient. I mean, you name it. But what's so shocking, I mean, that's not shocking coming from, you know, the European side, but to see the Nigerians, the Asians, to see the Dominicans, I mean, the anti-blackness that I'm seeing in all of these comments is absolutely, you know, disgusting, but also very, very eye-opening. The silent racists are coming out in droves. I'm talking about to a point. It's so egregious at this point where you have people reporting this because they're being race baited. And then when they respond, when the black individuals respond, and 9 times out of 10, you know, when you post, because again, these are on my posts,
right?
You know, I have posted things, and the egregiousness that come across about, you know, they got noose waiting on us, and I mean the sick.
Right. Now,
what black folks already knew was happening. You know what I'm saying? How they feel, but it's been so silent and swept under the rug. But it's real.
Well,
it's
I'll
real
say
in
this.
The thread.
Well, I'll say this. You know, that town is a majority white
township.
White township. How many? What the percentage of black is in that town? 7-something%.
7.9%.
7.9%. And so what I'm saying is, I'm hoping that the attorneys, you know, can get that trial moved, because he's not going to, in that type of township, you're not going to get a fair trial in that township. You know, everybody know each other is one of those things where, you know, you may have to put in to where you want to move and relocate, you know, into another space. And also, you brought up a good point. I seen that you had posted that there is a punishment, or it's a crime many times for hate crimes and cyber stalking motivated by race.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people are starting to get in the comments and then stalk other pages and argue and use a lot of racial language. But you can call the FBI, 1-800-CALL-FBI, if you're being
and report
this. This is not
absolutely.
This is a crime. If that's what's happening.
Absolutely a crime, and it's a double standard, because what's crazy is, these same individuals who holler, y'all a victim, black people always playing a victim, and they bring up the race card when you're in the comments speaking with all the racial. I'm talking about the goal that these people go. Making fake accounts, majority of them don't have, profiles because they cowards. They hide behind a computer with Twitter fingers. And the reality is, like you stated, this part of Texas is very much so, heavily European, but the white passing Asians, the white passing, Hispanics. When I tell you, Tory, that I always knew, but this case right here is showing everybody
it's
in their
eye-opening.
Anti-blackness.
It's eye-opening.
Absolutely.
And what about the two young boys?
That's posting it.
Hold on. What about the two young boys that lost their lives in Georgia that nobody still ain't figured out what happened?
It's crickets. It's crickets. And again, it just shows the double standard. Like a black child can't be in fear for his life. You understand? Like, he don't have a right to protect his life by any means necessary.
Well,
okay?
I'll say
I'm
this.
talking about, they have reported the GoFundMe for Carmelo Anthony, and these are the individuals who raise millions, or all together. When we talk about, Daniel Penny, when we talk about Luigi, when we talk about Kyle Rittenhouse, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we talk about all of these people, and the thing about black individuals, we never tried to block them from raising money for who they felt was whatever. But the double standard to have this black child, who has been proven, because what they were saying, that he was a kid from the ghetto with a single mother, he don't know his father, and the sad reality is that these twins came from a broken home. Their parents not together. Ain't nobody talking about that. There's two GoFundMes. The daddy got one, and the mother and the brother got one.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about the media is that they spin this narrative, because, again, this is O.J. Simpson 5.0 for the race baiting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
with the race baiting.
Yes. And the media is doing that because they putting out these hit pieces. And what got me so involved in it, because the narrative that they were spinning of Carmelo Anthony, like he was just a thug, like he wasn't a two-star athlete, like he didn't come from a good home, like he didn't have a 3.7 GPA with college offers and working two part-time jobs. This was a good kid who fought for his life, and he had every right to fight for his life. And the reality of it is, as sad as it may be, in America, you have a right to protect your life before anybody else's.
Well,
you understand? Like, you're trying to tell me that he can't fight for his life?
Well, look, when we come back, we got to run the break. When we come back, we got some smoke on the lines. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Maya is always on the move, and so is her money. Buy this here, deposit that there. She and her money are a lot to keep track of. Good thing Maya banks with Landmark Credit Union and uses their amazing mobile app. Maya checks her balance, deposits checks, pays bills, even transfers money between friends. So while Maya is coming and going, she can see her funds coming, going, and, best of all, growing. Landmark Credit Union. Banking made easy. Insured by NCUA.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's a big week for Clicks Shoe Store, Milwaukee.
That's right. Clicks is dropping their latest 414-day shoe with Adidas this Saturday. But we'll be doing a special giveaway of these exclusive shoes this Friday, April 11th on Jammin' with Juice and the Tory Lowe Show.
Then on Saturday, April 12th, Truth Nation, Jammin' with Juice will be broadcasting live from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Clicks' 414-day shoe launch party.
It's a Clicks big week, so make sure y'all tap in.
It's amazing. April is Financial Literacy Month, and the Truth has you covered on learning about how you can best manage your finances. So for every Wednesday in the month of April, Benjamin will go down the rabbit hole with Nina Johnson, Senior Vice President and Wisconsin Branch Banking Market Leader from U.S. Bank. We will discuss financial strategies and tools they offer their customers to help enhance your financial management skills. Financial Literacy Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is sponsored by U.S. Bank. Visit your local U.S. Bank branch today.
Carrie, where's Tory, Lowe, and Dr. Ken at? I'm trying to knock these commercials out.
How am I supposed to know, Sherwin?
Well, I'm about to do their parts because my impressions are on point anyway. This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon, and I want you to download the Truth app in the Google Play Store and Apple Store so you can never miss my show or any of the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Really, Kyle?
Sherwin, you are crazy.
Sherwin, your impression of me is horrible. Move. Give me my mic. I guess I'll just repeat what Sherwin said. Go to the Google Play Store or Apple Store to download the 1017 The Truth app today so you can take the home of Milwaukee Black Talk with you wherever you are.
Can't listen live? Download the new 1017 The Truth app on your smartphone today to catch up on all your favorite shows. Search 1017 The Truth on your Google Play Store or Apple App Store so you don't miss out on any of the action.
Being a caregiver for a family member can be very rewarding. It can be very challenging, too. Besides taking a physical and emotional toll, it can also take a real financial toll, especially if you're paying for home safety upgrades, covering medical expenses, cutting back on hours at your job, or having to leave your job altogether. In some states and in certain situations, you may be eligible to get paid for the care you provide, but finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
Check out Jammin' with Juice, where it's amazingly juicy.
Let the juice flood the streets. Let the juice just spill out, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Let the juices flow.
Let the juices flow for real, though, man.
You're crazy.
And you know you always got a friend in band.
More people want to be us. At the end of the day, they want to look like us, talk like us, and dress like us, and have the swag like us.
Check out Jammin' with Juice, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready, we ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And that was a great conversation that we were talking about Carmelo Anthony down in Texas. We will continue to keep y'all updated on that situation as it unfolds. But we have a situation down in Mississippi that we've been kind of just following right here on the Tory Lowe Show from a young man from Milwaukee. Who went down to Mississippi to what he thought was to take care of a family. James Cooper, 23 years old, Wisconsin native, was only down there for a small amount of time down in Mississippi before he was found unalived. And the report came out that they said that he had hung himself. He was hanging in the area, and the family is saying, hold up. They're raising questions. We had the mom on the show a couple weeks ago, but today, Truth Nation, we got investigators. We got 3 investigators on the lines that have been investigating what's been going on down in Mississippi with James Cooper. We got Bree Williams, Kima Booker, and Kaylee on the lines. How y'all doing?
Thank you for having us. We're good.
Now,
yes, thank you.
This has been going on a while now.
Yes, since May of 2023.
May of 2023. And once again, this is a Wisconsin native. This is a Milwaukee native. He goes down to Mississippi. We have the investigators on the phone. Bree Williams from Private Investigations, Kima Booker from Private Investigations, and we got Kaylee from KA. Andros from KA Investigations. I'll tell you this. Thank y'all for coming on the show today. And what we want to find out is, okay, he went down to Mississippi. Why did he go down there?
Well, on April 13th. Go ahead, Bree.
No, oh, sorry. To be with his then girlfriend, Brittany. She had notified him
on
that
April 13th.
Was dying. Go ahead.
No, okay, go ahead. I was just going to say that she didn't notify
One
him
at
that
a
she was
time.
dying. Go on. Yep.
I want you to tell him that part first about April 13th.
Okay, so on April 13th, James contacted his mother and father saying that Brittany had said to him that the doctors had told her that she had holes in her heart and that she was dying and she only had 1 month left to live, and that the baby that she had just found out that she was pregnant with, that they had to remove that baby. And so then 2 days later, he brought Brittany and her 2 kids down to Mississippi so that she could be with her family in her last days. He brought her down there and immediately came back on the Greyhound bus. But then a couple weeks later, on April 28th, he caught the Greyhound bus again down there to Greenville, Mississippi, and he stayed with his girlfriend, Brittany, and her mother.
So he stayed with the girlfriend and the mom at the time?
Yes.
Okay, he was only there a week, and from what I'm seeing, he had plans to get a job. He had all understandings, or what we're hearing, his understandings was he was going to go down there, reset himself, and take care of a family.
Yes, exactly, to spend the last month with her. And he had a haircut scheduled. He had a couple jobs lined out. He was getting his ID that day. Then he went missing.
So, what, 7 days? A week? How long before the incident?
Less than 2 weeks, 10 days.
So less than 2 weeks.
May 8th.
And now he's unalived. And that's why we're here today, because a lot of this is making me raise an eyebrow. A lot of people are raising an eyebrow to the situation. What do we know when it comes to when did this happen, on the day of when they found him, or what happened? What took place when things started going left?
Well, do you want to know from the day he went missing?
Yeah, the day he went missing. The day that he went missing, yeah.
You in, Bree?
Yeah, the day that he went missing. What happened?
Go ahead, Kaylee.
The day that he went missing, there's several different stories about when he went missing, how he went missing. It was presumably told to us that there was a fight between him and Brittany, and Brittany instigated it. But as the investigation goes on, we found out that the reason it was instigated is to make it look like the events that James was an abuser, because that's what she told everybody down there before James even got there, that James abused her, jumped on her, put holes in her heart. That's why she's dying, and that's why she lost the baby. So everybody thinks that this James is, an abuser. And
so she preset the ideal of him before he even got there.
Oh, definitely, yes. Yes.
Oh, wow. Now, he's there, he's happy, he's looking for a job. He goes missing. Was there a missing report filed?
That we do not know for sure, even though the mother says she reported him missing on the 9th. There is no telltale evidence that she really did.
So how was everybody alerted that something went wrong?
Who do you mean, everybody?
Like, how did they know that something was wrong?
The family, or
the family,
the people down there?
The people down there, the community. Because I would think that the people down there would know if something happened. They would know first.
Well, you'd think so. The people down there really did not express it to anybody except within the close-knit people who are involved. And the family really didn't know what was going on until he was found dead.
Oh, wow.
So the mother is saying that she asked Brittany over and over and over for a phone number for family members, and that Brittany wouldn't give it to her. That's what the mother is claiming. The mother claims that right after the fight, that's where their stories completely change. The mother says that Brittany, at one time she said that Brittany left town, went to Memphis, which is a couple hours away, and never came back until after she called her and said that they found James. She also said that Brittany was in town until the next day. In different conversations, there's different stories. Another time she said that Brittany was there till the next day. Brittany has claims, in one conversation she said that she went to Memphis that same day that James left on the 8th after the fight. She said she went to Memphis and she was gone until they found James. Another conversation she said that she was there in Greenville searching for James until the next day, late afternoon. She says all of her, she's given many alibis, and every single one of them it's not checking out. In fact, they're all saying that she's lying.
Well, we also have proof that Brittany and her mother were together the night of Monday night. They were out. They got gas. They got cigars to smoke the marijuana that they had.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now,
so there is proof that they were together that night.
Now, they find the body out where they're saying it's a suicide. Why are people raising eyebrows about this situation?
Who wants to go?
Sure.
Okay.
So when they found James, so it was the mother that found James and her two church friends, and then they called their pastor, and yes,
correct.
It was Brittany's mother that found James, and they called the police. The police came there. There was also the pastor and people around us. There was other witnesses that drove by. The police immediately, according to the newspaper, because the newspaper that was published the next day said that the police immediately ruled it a suicide. And they also, witnesses have said that they said that the medical examiner will agree with them that it was a suicide. So it appears to be that they only interviewed the mother, Latasha, and Brittany. They didn't interview anyone else, question anyone else. Brittany claimed that.
Yes, go ahead.
Brittany claimed that James was always suicidal, that he had attempted many times, which is not true. We've read years of messages. We've seen his over 125-page medical report. He was not always depressed and suicidal, but that is what she told them. So I don't know if they're just going off of what she's saying or why, because he was literally sitting on the ground with a cable cord wrapped around his neck.
Oh, wow.
He had marks all over, which Kaylee will go into, all the different markings all over his body. And something was tied, it looks like a zip tie. There was something tying his thumbs together.
What?
And, yes.
And they said this was a suicide.
And they said it was a suicide.
Truth Nation, look, we're on the lines with investigators that are looking into the situation that took place in Mississippi with a Milwaukee native, James Cooper, 23 years old. He went down there to be with a young woman and that he at the time assumed that she was pregnant. And within 10 days, his body was found with a rope around his neck, and they're saying it's a suicide. Brittany is black.
Correct.
And when you talk about somebody tying a rope around the neck, a lot of people would assume that there could have been a racial element of, hatred. But you're saying that they're saying that this was a suicide, but the way the body looked seems to raise an eyebrow.
Well, there are a lot of red flags that were ignored that show that it wasn't suicide.
What were some of the standout red flags?
It was not a rope. It was a lanyard from a duffel bag that was tied around his neck. And if you look at the duffel bag strap, you could see that it was pulled by somebody who's standing in front of James.
Oh, wow.
He did not do that himself. And the cables that were around his neck, they're a 1/4-inch width cable. From, if you're familiar with telephone poles, you see those black cables up there.
Right.
That's what was wrapped around his neck. 2 of them.
What?
Yes. Now, his dad went down there and tried to bend those cables, and he had a hard time trying to even make a dent in them.
So it's no way possible that he could have done that to himself.
Correct.
Now, you said that there were zip ties.
That's just the obvious.
You said that there were zip ties on his thumbs.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
A zip tie. A zip tie. Mm-hmm. Which was not turned in.
What else?
Evidence.
What else was disturbing from your findings?
Goodness. The lab work alone. The lab work showed that he had 13 milliliters, not milligrams, but milliliters of marijuana in his system. And this was 9 days later.
Oh, wow.
So he had a lot in his system when he died. Now, that right there is a red flag saying, hey, this guy has all that in a system. That makes him not able to function.
More vulnerable to an attack or something.
Yeah, he could not defend himself. He could not. There's no way possible he could have tied that duffel bag strap around his neck, put those cords around his neck, and sit down peacefully with his legs crossed and his hands in his lap.
Oh, wow.
There's no way. Not with that much in his system.
Why do y'all feel that the investigation was not thorough?
That the investigation was
it was not thorough. It wasn't like a real investigation from what it sounds like.
Well, because initially, like Kima said, the sheriff's department immediately ruled it a suicide. Now, the guy's sitting on the ground, and there is no ladder, no chair, no nothing to climb up on to hang himself from. And again, he's sitting on the ground with these cords wrapped around him, and there's no knot.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow.
You gotta, yeah. And that's just at the scene of the crime. That is not pictures that were taken at the autopsy.
Well, look, when we come back, we're going to run the break. Truth Nation, we got this story out of Mississippi involving a Wisconsin native, James Cooper, 23 years old. He moved to Mississippi to be with what he thought would be a family, and 10 days later, his body was found severely. They even said it was scar marks, that he'd been drugged. We're going to talk about this when we get back. We got the investigators on the line. We're going to try to dig deeper into the situation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's Kyle Wallace, host of Truth to Power on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and I want you to tune in every day from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. as I engage in a community conversation I know you want to hear. From topics like our property tax bill price hike, which I know had us all shaking our heads, to the incredible MPS students getting millions of dollars worth of scholarships to pursue their dreams, I have you covered, Milwaukee. So tune in to Truth to Power every day from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent, as an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com. Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Gear up for a great time as Sports Milwaukee hosts Milwaukee Tailgate Week, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Set for April 24th to the 26th, Milwaukee Tailgate Week features a variety of gridiron activations for all ages, steeped in Milwaukee's iconic sports history, brews, restaurants, and venues. As the 2025 draft takes center stage in Green Bay, Sports Milwaukee and the Cream City are excited to welcome the football world to Wisconsin. For tickets, go to visitmilwaukee.org/tailgate. Brought to you by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Use promo code VISIT for 50% off. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Wake up, filthy. Just one of my pillows. Just one of my pillows.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Once again, we got a story that's going on right now. This has been going on for a while down in Mississippi, from a situation that stems from a Milwaukee native, James Cooper, 23 years old, went down to Mississippi to to try to start a new life, to try to be with a woman that he believed at the time could have been pregnant with his child, and that he was going to start a family 10 days later. Questionable death, where they say that he's has something around his neck. He's in a position that's raising eyebrows of someone that have hung themselves and took his own life. A lot of the investigation is saying it's pointing to red flags. We got the 3 investigators on the lines. We got Bree Williams, Kima Booker, and Kaylee Andros. How y'all doing? Andros. Yeah. How you doing?
Great.
How you doing, Kaylee Andros?
Very good.
And I'll tell you this.
We're doing great.
I'll tell you this, Kaylee. When we talk about the red flags, and you said that there were things that were very unusual that possibly couldn't have happened due to his intake of marijuana, and that he had no stool. These were electrical wires, heavy electrical wires involved, even where the hands were tied. And you're just saying that this is kind of impossible for this to end up like this. Why is there hesitance, do you believe, on the behalf of the department? Or maybe they feel like this is what they believe, that it was suicide.
Bree, do you want to say something about that?
Sure. Excuse me. Well, at this time, we do believe that there is a leak within the precinct. We do feel like Brittany actually has connections with someone within the investigative team. Usually anytime something is spoke of or someone is willing to go forth and speak, it doesn't happen because Brittany finds out before the person can actually give their statement. Or if someone is, we ourselves as investigators have made notice to one of the employees that someone was coming in to actually talk and give a statement, and before that person could actually do it, Brittany knew about it. So there's definitely some kind of insight with Brittany and the investigator team. So I do feel like that's why it's not getting as much recognition. It's been swept under the rug because of the fact that they're not willing to let Brittany fall for something that she potentially had her hands involved in.
Now, a lot of people in the chat, in the Talk to Text, are saying, what was Brittany's story about what happened?
She says that he committed suicide.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Go ahead and
she said it would be easier that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she told me it would be easier to believe that he just committed suicide, and she really has not helped out at all. She's given many alibis, and again, they are all coming back saying, no, she's lying. Something that I forgot to mention earlier was that the mother had said that when she talked with Brittany the next day, that Brittany told her that Brittany had spoken to Nadine, which is James's mom, and that Nadine had said that James called her and said that he was by water in the woods and going to kill himself. And what's interesting is the very next day, that's where they found James by water in the woods, unalive, looking like he committed suicide.
Oh, wow. And was there a record of that phone call on her phone?
Nope. No.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
No.
Okay, so why?
Nadine says that she hadn't spoken to him since May 5th.
That's actually the last time anyone heard from him in a voice context.
What do we as a community need to know, and how can we help?
Oh, we really just need the media presence because we need an outside investigation, because clearly we can't go to the local police there. The witnesses, they don't trust them. She's getting information before they can even get there. We need a really big media push to get an outside investigation done.
And this,
another
in this township is a black township, black police department. Black.
Correct.
So this is a black township that this happened in.
Yes. Yes. They didn't follow procedure.
Brittany is
they
black.
literally
The people that are
correct.
working this situation are majority black.
Correct. I don't know of anyone that's not black. Even the coroner on the scene, she sent Nadine, James's mother, a video of the scene, and she expressed her concern over believing that it was not self-inflicted. She said she didn't know how he could have done this to himself. So she thought there was foul play. That was the coroner on the scene.
Well, she knew that he wasn't
and the
there for
autopsy
2 days prior, too.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right.
This is a lot. This is
The
a lot to
autopsy
take
was
in.
visual.
This is a lot
the
to take in.
autopsy was only a visual.
That's only the beginning. There is so much more to this case that is getting swept under the rug.
How can we help out? Because this is down in Mississippi. What can we do? What can we do as a community? Is there a number we could call? Is there a petition? Is there something that we can do?
The family has a website. It's jameskcooper.com. And on that website, there are some links. One is for a GoFundMe to help them with attorney fees. And another one is a link for a petition to get an outside investigation. And then there's another link that I believe is for media. When you click it, you can share the story with your different medias.
Mm-hmm.
That's jameskcooper.com.
When we talk,
what you can do is you can make a call down to the Mississippi Investigative Bureau.
The Mississippi Investigative Bureau.
Yes, it's trying to think of I could send you the link here. Let me just look it up. But what we can do is have people call down there and find out if they can do an investigation into this case, because nothing is being done. The DA said that they were going to have the sheriff's department reinvestigate this, but they are not. And they hold the case open so that Nadine Cooper, James' mother, cannot obtain the records.
So it's still under investigation.
Yeah.
So they won't give out any information.
Correct. And it's not under investigation.
But they got the case open.
Yes, they said that it was open, but they were not going to actively investigate because
that
James,
sounds suspicious.
He had an iPad that he did his phone calls on, and they have that. And he said that it's open, but they're not going to investigate, and they're just going to wait until they are done looking at that. Well, it's been over a year and a half. And we do know that they are not questioning, they are not going out and interviewing people.
And,
no,
who's the head?
They claim. Go ahead.
Who's the head person over there that if we call down there that we should speak to?
At the sheriff's department,
right?
You want to speak to Major Adams.
Major Adams.
Correct.
Okay. Well, look, what we're going to do is we're going to try to call them live, when we set up a time to call them live. I want you guys to be on the call. I want to make a live phone call from the radio show. Let's try to do it next week, Monday. And I want to try to, get a little bit more information so when I call that I'll have what I need, and I want to do it live on the radio.
Okay.
So
that would be fine.
So I'm continuing to work with you guys to give me more information as this continues. And I appreciate y'all for coming on the show because it's a lot to unpack. But once again, something don't sound right with this situation, and it's up to us to do our part.
No.
And I thank y'all for looking into this.
Thank you for bringing attention to this.
Well,
thank you.
Well, let's reschedule another time to get on the show with the mom and try to do some probing. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
I'm sorry, what?
Do some probing. We're going to make some calls.
Okay.
We're going to make some calls live on the air.
Yeah, the place I was talking about is the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation.
Mississippi Department of Investigation, the Bureau of Investigations. Okay, we got that. All right, we got some work to do. It seems like we got a little bit more work to do, but we're going to try to, do as best as we can to try to get as close as we can to finding out what took place with a Milwaukee native, James Cooper. And I appreciate y'all for all the work that y'all have done on this situation. And once again, we're going to continue to work to try to resolve this issue. And I appreciate y'all for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. God bless. I'll talk to y'all soon. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
It's 4-on-4 day weekend, Milwaukee, and there's no other way to celebrate it other than kicking it with Jim with Juice, live at Clicks in Sherwood. This Saturday, April 12th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. We're celebrating all of Milwaukee as Clicks drops the new 4-on-4 day shoe with Adidas. There will be custom sneaker art and flash tattoos, food from Toya's Kitchen, and it's all going down at Clicks in Sherwood. Don't miss the celebration, celebrating life, love, and hip-hop here in Milwaukee. It's amazing!
At U.S. Cellular, we believe loyalty is never a one-way street, so we love finding new ways to say thank you to our customers. This is why we're hosting Us Days again. It's our exclusive in-store event to celebrate you, our loyal customers, with unique offers for everyone. Visit our stores during Us Days until April 23rd to take advantage of offers up to $1,200 off of any smartphone and up to $500 off of any tablet. This is the perfect time to upgrade. Come into any U.S. Cellular store for more details. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Day one. Diagnosis day, the hardest day, the day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snine. Once down 24 points in the fourth quarter, the Milwaukee Bucks storming back to upset the Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday night, 110-103.
Hits on the deck, picked up by Trent. Feeds it ahead. Porter's behind the pack. He stuffs it down.
home.
Kevin Porter Jr. with 2 of his 21 points there off the bench. Giannis also adding a team-high 23 points. And the Bucks making the largest comeback in NBA history, once down 24 points with 10 or less minutes to play, and they improved to 45-34 on their season. And lastly, over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers also getting the win on Tuesday night, beating Colorado 7-1 in Game 1 of the 3-game set in Denver.
Fly ball deep right. Wow, Yelich demolishes one up into the night sky, all the way back to the wall. Goodbye, Christian Yelich.
With the win, the Brewers improving to 6-5. Brewers-Rockies Game 2 tonight set for 7:40. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
White diamonds, 2 a.m. she wildin'. She sick, got they stomach in her comments. What school you went to? Gardena, Compton, Westchester, King, Drew, did we function? Lowe, what that dog?
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, we got another guest. We got a guest on the lines. We got JB Fresh on the lines. JB, he wants to discuss a conference that's coming up for Daddies on Duty, a conference for all men who want to make an impact in their child's life. How you doing, JB Fresh?
I'm well, brother. What's going on?
Hey, JB. Daddies on Duty is an important organization in our community that you're involved with. There's a conference coming up. What's going on?
So this is a follow-up, man, that we had the conversation with back in late 2024. What we're doing, man, is we're putting the work that we've been doing in the schools on display and actually bringing the resources right into the heart of the community. First, give a shout-out to Kevin Newell and Royal Capital for allowing for us to use Thrive on MLK. A very beautiful space, kitty corner from G's Clippers right off of Garfield. And, we got D-Rock coming, man. It's going to get a comedic perspective on fatherhood. D-Rock's also a coach, educator in NPS community. Hella kids himself. We got resources built around dealing with dads. We got kids with mental health. There's going to be employment opportunities, activities and things to do with your kids, or resources for activities to do with your kids in the summertime. So we're bringing all that together in one space.
Hey, look, that's powerful, because sometimes when the summer comes and people be like, well, what is going on? Y'all got a list of things that's going on this summer that dads and their children can be involved in.
Well, everybody in Milwaukee, the city of Milwaukee, gets this little book from NPS Rec that has a plethora of things to do, very discounted. Many other things are free. There's a summer camp book that is out as well. It's just folks just treat it as junk mail, man. But the activities and resources are out there.
Now, Dads on Duty, explain what Dads on Duty, what they do in the community, and how do they help on a day-to-day basis.
So Dads on Duty is an initiative created by myself and Mr. Darryl Hall down at NPS. We noticed that there is just an exuberant amount of lack of males in public education, specifically men of color, and more specifically black men, and more specifically straight black men. And I want to put that out there.
Right.
So we created the process for schools to actively engage dads and welcome into the buildings through volunteering and mentoring. We've even reduced it, the pressure for a dad. We just asking dads to volunteer 1 hour a month at their child's school. They can be
1 hour a month.
High fives that's it. High fives in the classroom, hanging out with the kids at lunch, kicking it at recess. Early, they come in at school, if you're on your way to work, you already dropping your kids. You can jump out the car and just give a couple of more kids high fives for another 30 minutes. Man, those little things go a long way for climate, attendance, and grades for schools. We've done the research, man. We've been putting it in place.
Now, this is Saturday, May 3rd, 2025 at 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. 2153 North Martin Luther King Drive. I'm excited. I'm excited because we got a lot of things going on with the youth.
So, you know, you're getting the breakfast, man. We're going to send you home with lunch and tons of resources. I don't know what more I got to do to twist brothers' arms to make it out there.
Hey.
Giveaways. I'm pretty sure, man, that we was just at the King Center last week. They were giving out laptops, so I'm going to be connected with
giving out laptops.
Equity in a little bit here. Man, it's out here, man. It's just cats just see child support or dad resources and think that's it. But then what about the dudes who don't have those financial obligations, you know, with their children? You know,
Right.
What about the guys that's ready to buy houses, or the guys that the single men who have full custody of your kids?
Right. Hey, it's a lot. I always tell people it's so many different dynamics. That's why everybody got to do a little, so nobody ain't got to do a lot. But this is right here, Dad's on Duty, is powerful because you're trying to fill the void of the lack of males in the school system.
100%. And that goes both ways. You know, we can say that our little black boys, you know, or little young men of color need, you know, males, which is 100% true. But our female students need that as well. You know, how do they understand what safe men are like or what healthy relationships are supposed to be like? And then how do they know, you know, hey, you shouldn't be cussing like that, young lady, or, hey, you know, and can we get you a different outfit so, you know, you don't have the rest of your body showing and people don't objectify you, you know, things of that nature. So it takes a father in the building to see those type of things and to be able to recognize those things. It's just those small little conversations. You know, we're not asking dads to be teachers. We're not asking dads to be safety. We're asking you just to do something that you would normally do on your own. You're going to be kicking it with your kids.
That's sounding powerful. That's sounding powerful. Once again, Saturday, May 3rd, 2025 from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is Dad's on Duty, a conference call to all men who want to make an impact in a child's life. Once again, this will be held at 2153 North Martin Luther King Drive in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Anything else you want to say to the community, JB?
Really quick on just to add into that, you know, April is National Autism Month. So with this particular event, we're really trying to bring some additional support and resources for families with kids with special needs. So, you know, there's a lot of that going on in our community. Some of us are still in denial and not recognizing that, you know, our kids may be on the spectrum for various reasons. But the best help that we can get them, the faster, the better off they'll be able to have a chance at having a normal life or, you know, having a productive life. That's the other added in there. So, you know, we're not excluding moms, any things of that nature, but we're definitely focused on the dads. But if you're a family out there with kids with special needs, come on down. We got some support and resources for you, too.
All right. Hey, it's out there, brothers. Dad's on Duty. Be a part of it. Is there a website they can go to look and check out what's going on with Dad's on Duty?
It's going to be the registration right there is going to be npsmke.com/dads with the S, DADS, on duty.
Well, thank you, JB, for everything you do for the community. You've always been somebody on the front lines trying to find ways to resolve issues, and I appreciate you for everything you do. I've been knowing you for a long time, and all the time you're always thinking, what can we do to help improve the neighborhood? And I appreciate that about you.
Man, thank you, man. It's not just about the parties, man. We try to take what we're doing for entertainment, man, and put it right back into the hood. Literally.
Hey, like I said, and your birthday just passed.
Appreciate that.
Hey, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. And like I said, we're going to have to get out. You know, I'm going to have to meet you outside in your element just to have a little moment with my bro.
Man, short plug, man. We got new ownership on 46th and Burleigh, man. All Wise is now known as on 46. So Come on down, man. It's fresh menu, fresh food, new life and new energy on there. Another black-owned business right in our community.
All right. Well, look, we're going to tap into that as well. And you be safe out here. And anything that dad's on duty got happening, got going on, got happening, whatever, let me know.
Yep. Stay tuned for Active Dad. We're going to be doing another ice cream social with Shannon Reed and Marcel soon.
Okay. All right. Thank you for tapping in today, JB. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, stay locked in. We're going to have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brewers baseball is the sound of summer in Milwaukee. And now you can catch the Brewers on local TV for select Tuesday night games.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she
It's
goes.
Brew Crew Tuesdays. On April 15th, the Crew take on the Detroit Tigers at 6:40 p.m.
Swing, he went. Another strikeout for Freddie Peralta.
This Brew Crew Tuesday is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. See the action on Fox 6 in Milwaukee and check your local listings for where you can watch over the air statewide on April 15th.
Join the City of Milwaukee for a chance to connect your business to potential contracting opportunities with the city and county government at the upcoming City of Milwaukee Vendor Fair. This event is a gateway to expand your business through workshops, networking, and access to staff regarding city contracting opportunities. The event takes place from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Thursday, April 24th at BMO Tower, 790 North Water Street, floors 2 and 11. Again, that's the City of Milwaukee Vendor Fair on Thursday, April 24th from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the BMO Tower in downtown Milwaukee. Come learn about the city's bid submittal process, small business certification, and contracting opportunities. Parking validation is available for this event at the BMO Tower. You don't want to miss this one. Save the date for April 24th at BMO. Sponsored by the City of Milwaukee Department of Administration, City of Milwaukee Purchasing Department, and the City of Milwaukee Department of City Development. For more information, you can visit milwaukee.gov/DOA events.
Finding stable housing shouldn't be a struggle. The Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center connects renters, property owners, and partners to the resources they need, whether it's rental assistance, legal aid, mediation, or tenant education. No matter what your situation is, you do not have to go at it alone. Get assistance today by visiting renthelpmke.org. That is renthelpmke.org, or stop by their office at 728 North James Lovell Street in Milwaukee. At the Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center, they are here for all your housing needs.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. We've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I got the key to the streets. I got the key to the D. Moo got a load from Kelly. He say when he finished, he dropping Philippe. I went and blew out a rollie. Well, no, take it from me. Don't put your trust in these or cuddle with, bro, take it from me. Chopping it up with big homie. He say don't try to outdo the city. Outdo out of the city. That's in the industry. You outgrew the city. I tried to deal with 300. Now the hate coming out of you. But it ain't no problem, cause them choppers will fly through you. Bro, before I got locked up, I was up when I got out of prison. I ain't heard out of these and don't remember getting $1 from chilling. I'm up and I'm minding my business.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. April is Financial Literacy Month, and The Truth has you covered on learning about how you can best manage your finances. All April, jamming with Juice Benjamin and Carrie Noni will speak to Nikki Johnson, Nina Johnson, Senior Vice President of Wisconsin Branch Banking Market Leader at U.S. Bank. They will discuss financial strategies and tools they offer to customers to help enhance your financial management skills. Financial Literacy Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is sponsored by U.S. Bank. Visit your local U.S. Bank today. Truth Nation, our 4th annual Tory Lowe Community Cleanup, is Saturday, April 12th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., and we want you to be there. Go to truthcommunitycleanup.com to sign up and volunteer to help keep Milwaukee clean. Everyone who registers for the last cleanup site will get a free lunch provided by Cousin Subs. Register today at truthcommunitycleanup.com. That's truthcommunitycleanup.com. Let's help clean and beautify our city together. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is presented by 1MKE. We are 1MKE and sponsored by Cousin Subs, U.S. Cellular, Landmark Credit Union, Ray's Coca-Cola, and Waste Management. Hey, look, we had a lot going on the show today. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot, but we're going to take it one situation at a time. I'll tell people all the time as an advocate, every day I'm bombarded with different situations. And I'll tell you this, sometimes I get tired. DJ Brother Z. But I'll tell you this, we get right back on it. And salute to everybody that's on the front lines. It's not easy work. Especially when you see that, the difficulties ahead, the things that are happening. Once again, I'm very active. I'm hands-on, and I believe that we can do it. A lot of times people always look out. I don't look outside of Tory Lowe. I think I can do a lot. I think I can go do it. If somebody missing, I don't want to hear who ain't doing nothing, what we finna do. Somebody committed a homicide. Okay, I don't want to, what we finna do. Things going on, I want to know what we finna do. I don't want to waste no time talking about, who ain't doing what. We gonna get it done, and then we gonna come back and check them later. The people who were supposed to be involved. That's my whole thing. I'm trying to let everybody know by being an example that we can do it. And I'm telling you right now, I ain't never called nobody. If the families call me, that's where the buck stops, because we gonna get busy. And I'm telling you, I'm living that life like that. That's why I don't have no confidence. That's why I don't talk. That's why I don't look outside of Tory Lowe. How about that? Let's say that. And it's been going on. It's been going on for years. When families come to me, they come to me because the people that they went to didn't do nothing. So I'm telling you, I'm showing you that we can get it done. Don't believe the illusion that you need all these different moving parts. I ain't never had it. So, like I said, it's time. It's time. It's time to rise up, and it's time to be about that action. When we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe. Join your boy Tory Lowe and the Truth Team for our community cleanup on Saturday, April 12th. Go to truthcommunitycleanup.com to sign up to volunteer at one of our 3 cleanup locations. Everyone who joins gets a free lunch provided by Cousin Subs. Register today by visiting truthcommunitycleanup.com. Bring the whole family to help clean our city. The Tory Lowe Cleanup is presented by 1MKE and sponsored by Cousin Subs, Ray's Coca-Cola, Landmark Credit Union, U.S. Cellular, and Waste Management.
It's a big week for Clicks Shoe Store, Milwaukee.
That's right. Clicks is dropping their latest 414-day shoe with Adidas this Saturday. But we'll be doing a special giveaway of these exclusive shoes this Friday, April 11th on Jammin' with Juice and the Tory Lowe Show.
Then on Saturday, April 12th, Truth Nation, Jammin' with Juice will be broadcasting live from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Clicks' 414-day shoe launch party.
It's a Clicks big week, so make sure y'all tap in.
It's amazing.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it.
Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Keep your business safe, secure, and spotless with the Omega Security Guard and Cleaning Team. Proudly located in Milwaukee and female-owned, Omega delivers professional security and tailored cleaning services to meet your needs. Whether it's event security or a custom cleaning plan, their dedicated team goes above and beyond to exceed your expectations. Because at Omega, they're not just your service provider, they're your partner in peace of mind. Contact Omega Security Guard today or online at omegasecurityguard.com. Omega Security Guard and Cleaning, protecting what matters most.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we're going to open up the lines if y'all want to talk about Carmelo Anthony, if y'all want to talk about James Cooper, whatever we talked about on the show today. The lines are open, 833-212-1017. Talk to text, 833-212-1017. And salute to everybody in the chat. Y'all know how we get down as we broadcast live on YouTube. It's interesting. It's interesting to see the different stories that come across our laps, the different call to actions. And once again, I'm going to tell you this. If we do a call to action, make sure that I'm going to do a challenge at the end of the year. Write down how many call to actions you participated in. Take down the family name, how you participated, and then the result, the outcome. That's the challenge for this year. Write down the name of the family, the call to action, and how did you help out? And I'm going to tell you this. At the end of the year, you know, we gonna have a great time. We're going to start throwing events for those that are on the front lines, that are working hard to make a difference in the community. We need to be celebrated. The front lines need to be celebrated. We're going to start putting together events where we're going to start doing picnics and everything for those that are, because you can get tired. It's a lot of work, but we in this together. But I want to talk about this because this happened. This happened in 2018. DJ Brother Z, somebody had sent this to me, and I just was laughing because maybe more people won't mess with a married person. I don't know, but a North Carolina man says he feels vindicated after winning almost $9 million judgment against his wife's lover. I don't even know if y'all even heard this story before, but this happened in 2018. I never heard of it. Somebody sent it to me. They says for those that's out there creeping with the paperwork, and this is only in some states. I checked to see what's this in Wisconsin. This ain't in Wisconsin. But hey, was it worth the $9 million? We got some video of this as we broadcast live on YouTube. This North Carolina man sued his wife's lover. Let's listen.
The fight between Keith King and his wife's lover, Francisco Huizar.
Francisco, do you hear that? She's my wife, man. She's my wife. That is my wife, man.
Is an example of how intense the anger became between the men.
You're picking him over me. You're picking him over me now.
King married Danielle in 2010. In 2015, he says he discovered flirtatious texts between her and Huizar after they met on a business trip.
My marriage was murdered. It was destroyed.
After trying to repair the marriage, King learned from a friend about alienation of affection.
And I was like, wait a minute, are you serious? You can sue the person that destroyed your marriage? He says, absolutely.
In 2017, he sued Huizar.
Do you think he really thought you were going to go through with this?
No, I think he thought it was a joke.
But it was no joke, says King's attorney.
Most of the cases that people want to bring would never yield this type of result.
Dorothy O'Neill says you have to prove the third party was responsible for destroying the marriage. A judge awarded King $8.8 million.
Oh, wow.
This was a very classic case that just happened to have all of the factors.
How did that feel to have that judgment?
It felt like the truth had come out. You know, it felt like I was right.
Hey, woo! That's woo. That was an expensive rump. I'll tell you this: if they had that law in Wisconsin, I don't think I looked at it. It ain't in Wisconsin. Alienation of affection law. Y'all better start learning y'all state laws, especially when y'all getting married. Y'all think it's sweet. Y'all think y'all met somebody in the inbox that's gonna change your clock. Okay. They got some laws on the books, and I've never heard of this. $9 million. I'm gonna open up the lines. Should you be able to sue if you catch somebody cheating with your wife? Should you be able to sue? I don't know. This is what they saying is you're causing alienation of affection. And the person has to prove that they had a loving relationship, that they was doing everything to create a loving relationship, and you ruined it. You slid in the DM. You was the work husband. You was out here, working late. I don't know, DJ Bussy. Do you think that somebody should, if you got a wife and you catch her with the lover, that you would take him to court? $9 million. I don't even think the lover. I don't even know if the lover even had $9.
Hey, yeah, you're gonna have to come off
that's
that
what
money.
That's what I'm talking about.
$9 million. Yeah,
he kind of enslaved him. He may not have had $9 million, but he in debt to this man for $9 million. He could have had some money. I don't know. He could have been over a corporation. I don't know. But they saying that it's called alienation of affection law. I want to know, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Should somebody be able to take somebody to court? But you got to prove that you was a loving partner, that you was doing everything you was supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm pulling out the receipts for all the dates that I had.
Yeah, you got to show that the relationship was on the up and up, though. You can't just be separated and now I'm gonna get you. You ain't showing no love and affection, and you ain't You know what I mean? You tired all the time. No, you got to be doing your duties. And then, okay, I've been doing my duties. Now I need to take you to court. Black Conscious. You on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Ooh, you opening up something right there, brother. Now, good help. It's been a minute. Hey, especially if they get knocked up.
Ooh.
Or you knock them up. Throwing another $5 million for that one.
This sounds worse than a child support.
That's a game changer there.
I'm taking you to court. Okay. You want to take my wife? I'm gonna see you in court.
Yeah, that's a game changer there. I mean, I don't know, but I would feel if a child is producing that, then yeah, okay. Especially if you're trying to rub it off that it's yours and only find out that ain't the case.
Oh, wow. They say
that's a whole lot of variables in that one.
This man won $9 million against the wife's lover. That's $9 million?
And listen, and you could take her.
You can have her.
She on that, bro.
I think it worked both ways.
Bro.
I think it worked both ways, though.
And I'm just saying, and I'm,
in this case, yeah,
right. There's a double-edged sword on that, so we're gonna think a whole lot different when we go out creeping now, ain't we?
Right? Because usually people say, "I'm gonna get a divorce." She gonna take half. Now she can get you for alien. Well, not at least in your state. You got to check your state laws, because I think it's only 4 states that got this.
So they're finna do a remix of "It's Cheaper to Keep Her."
Hey, that's what they saying. That's what they saying. It's cheaper to keep her, but if you want to take her, it's gonna cost you.
Oh. Yeah, let me go find me a lawyer right now.
I'm gonna shake them pockets.
Not that I got that to worry about, but yeah, bro, go ahead. I ain't even jealous. Go ahead.
Hey.
Oh, you got money? Oh, okay. Ball nigga, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna tell you why she like it.
That's exactly what happened. She thought she was going with somebody with more money, and he got the money.
Yeah, he didn't mind. Yeah, $9 million picture.
Dang. All right, Black Conscious. Hey, it's called alienation of affection law. You better check your state rules when it comes to marriage, because it's all different states got different kind of things when it comes to marriage. Can get tricky. And a lot of times y'all just think it's just divorce. You take half, a child. No, it's certain states got other stuff going on. Hey, DJ Brother Z, hey, he said, we talked about this before. He said the prenups looking real nice right now. Eddie, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Good day, Tory Lowe. How you doing today?
How you doing, Brother Eddie?
How are you doing, Zach? Good. Tory, I think, again, as a house painter, I'm uniquely qualified to comment on this, even though I've never been married. Tory,
yeah, there's always the single people that got all the advice.
I agree. I'm with you on that. I'm going to tell you something, Tory. You and I have had dinner together, so you can believe this, okay? I get offers from married chicks all the time. It goes
wow. I don't know if I believe that, but we're going to keep going.
Well, do you want me to take a lie detector test, Tory? Do you want me to? So, Tory, I'm telling you, I will get phone calls. I'm like, listen, I can't do it. You're married. Eddie, my husband hates you. I said, I still can't do it, because that would make me one of those guys that I don't respect. Guys would be shocked at how often, and I see this in Milwaukee, I'm not going to say what neighborhood in Milwaukee, East Side, and where the guys are out, they're hardworking guys, they're providing the home, the cars, the SUVs, the vacations, the private high school tuitions, and the wife's on the side cheating on the guy after he's doing everything he can do to be a good husband, a good father, a good provider, mention his community, right? These women are out of hand. They really are, Tory. Nobody's going to say it except me. I have nothing to lose anymore, right?
Right.
But I'll tell you.
You have no relationship.
Tory. Right, here's the gig. Right, I have nothing to lose, and I can't lose. I don't want to live like a coward. I see a lot of guys; they live like cowards. They work hard. They'll only say certain things around certain people, right, because they're afraid. Tory, this stat just came out about 2 or 3 months ago. Somebody working at a DNA clinic said over 40% of the DNA testing from a child who they're being questioning the DNA, who the father is, 40% of them are not of the father they think it is.
That's what they saying.
So that's almost half. These women are out there. They're doing what they want, whenever they want, how they want. The guys are nothing more than the suckers in the game. And Tory, that's why I was smart enough to never get married and settle down with just one of these gals so she could cheat on me.
Oh, wow. So you
see what I'm saying, Tory? Right.
You're more afraid of the back end. What about, the love, the having a partner, the lifetime partner?
Oh, Tory, come on. That's a delusion of grandeur. That worked for my parents and their parents' parents and their parents, right? And they got married, and if they hated each other, they suffered through it. This generation of gals are not our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers. They're really out of line. Like I said, Tory, I've said this on your show before, women aren't falling in love with men anymore. They're falling in love with a lifestyle this man can provide me. House on the North Shore, SUVs, 5 vacations a year, gold cards, platinum cards, tennis club membership, country club membership, Prada handbags. Yes, absolutely. They're not falling in love with the dude. They're falling in love with the lifestyle the dude can provide.
The 10%. They want men in the 10% percentile that can actually provide that life.
They actually want men in the 2%, but they'll settle for 10% if it means they can stay home and cheat on their husbands. I'm telling you. Tory, on that note, I'm going to go. I got things to do. Mother's making me something to eat, so I got to go, Tory. Bye-bye.
All right, Eddie. Thank you for tapping in as usual. Here we go. It's always the single people that got all the advice. I want somebody married to call in. Black Conscious was married. Yeah, so we did get a married person. We got a single person. But we got a female, Kathy. You're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
You know what happened in Wisconsin, right? Booker, district attorney in Waukesha County, wife worked at UWM or did something with the university. Well, our chief of police, the white boy that came in from Boston, they really never settled here. I forget his first name. He was dating Booker's wife, and he got on national TV. Booker from Waukesha, district attorney. And this is what he said. I'm asking on national TV that you leave my wife and my family alone. We're having some issues right now. I'm asking you to leave her alone because it's a law of alienation of affection. Seriously. They was in Wisconsin with the chief of police that came here for a while.
Oh, wow.
The white boy. What was his first name? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm probably, what year was this?
What is this? He just left. And what's your name got in? He just left. He was came out of Boston. His wife never came here with him. He came out of Boston, white boy.
I forgot his name.
You know what I'm talking about? He was with Booker. He dated Booker's wife, okay? He was married out of Boston, Massachusetts, but she never put her foot here and stayed here because they weren't together in the first place at all, okay? But this one here, too. Now, this is a long time ago, and it was a show with Michael Douglas, but it was a lady that was dating somebody here in the U.S. She's from Australia, and the guy turned around, the Crocodile Dundee guy turned around and sued alienation of affection because he told him to leave my wife alone no matter what. We're having problems with our family, and sued the person.
Oh, wow.
So there's laws. I'm not sure what the law is in Wisconsin.
So you think that Wisconsin got similar laws where
you have to check.
You could get out the person. You could get out the person that's messing with the spouse.
You have to check the laws.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, but Booker from Waukesha County came on TV and said it, that I'm asking that you leave my wife alone because we're having some problems, which was, a marital thing. Mm-hmm. And he said it's called alienation of affection. Whether we had that law in the state or not, it did happen when somebody mentioned it out loud to the public, okay? So it's a very fine line. You got to be very smart and very intelligent to know this stuff to go out to somebody and get them, okay?
Okay.
All right? And I know a case, and I can't give it to you, where somebody actually had a baby by somebody and they were told, they had to be told several times to leave my wife alone, got a restraining order, no matter what she do, you can't mess with her. They sued them too, but you can sue people for anything. You may not ever get get no money, or you can probably garnish wages the rest of your life. That's about all you can do if you get that. It's just going to be on the books forever.
Right. Man.
Like that.
That's a lot to think about, though. You know, that marriage is something serious. I always tell people, when you marry somebody, that ain't like a relationship where you could be like, I'm done. And then you see what the girl that was in Tiger Woods' house for a year, you see she tried to take Tiger Woods, and she was just living in a house for a year. She tried to get him. She tried. Now that you can
Congratulations.
See. Oh, and that UFC fighter, they said his girlfriend tried to get him, and they wasn't even married. The girlfriends, I think you can put somebody in court. I don't know. But I'll say this. That's a lot. That's a lot. The alienation of affection. So if, you know, and okay, here go the states right here, DJ Brother Z. If it's Hawaii, a lot of y'all sneaking off to Hawaii to get married. Ooh-wee, if y'all tied the knot in Hawaii, you can get the alienation of affection. A lot of y'all go out to Hawaii, North Carolina, Mississippi, New Mexico, South Dakota, and Utah. This is where the law is in place. Hey, I ain't never heard of this, DJ Brother Z. Let me see what they saying in the chat. Y'all know how y'all get in the chat. Reginald says, man, can you imagine spending millions for some... All right, I ain't going to say that. Bruh. I ain't going to say that, but y'all can fill in the blanks. Jam. Boom, boom, bang, bang. Now, Really City Girl says Eddie is telling the truth, though. Oh, Not Really a City Girl agree with Eddie. That's a rare thing to happen. Let me see what else is in the chat. Oh, Stacy says Chief Flynn was his name. That was Chief Flynn. I don't know. I didn't know the Chief Flynn. You know, all I seen was Chief Flynn was knee deep in trying to make excuses about why stuff wasn't getting done. You know, I worked to get rid of Chief Flynn. You know, I worked to get him out of his job. But when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Finding stable housing shouldn't be a struggle. The Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center connects renters, property owners, and partners to the resources they need, whether it's rental assistance, legal aid, mediation, or tenant education. No matter what your situation is, you do not have to go at it alone. Get assistance today by visiting renthelpmke.org. That is renthelpmke.org, or stop by their office at 728 North James Lovell Street in Milwaukee. At the Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center, they are here for all your housing needs.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Gear up for a great time as Sports Milwaukee hosts Milwaukee Tailgate Week, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Set for April 24th to the 26th, Milwaukee Tailgate Week features a variety of gridiron activations for all ages, steeped in Milwaukee's iconic sports history, brews, restaurants, and venues. As the 2025 draft takes center stage in Green Bay, Sports Milwaukee and the Cream City are excited to welcome the football world to Wisconsin. For tickets, go to visitmilwaukee.org/tailgate. Brought to you by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Use promo code VISIT for 50% off. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Oh, Lord, don't let me cheat on my girlfriend. 'Cause as far as I can see, she loves only me. Oh, Lord, don't let me cheat on my girlfriend.
Truth Nation, you already know I love talking about my friends at Cousin Subs. I've been waiting for this one. It's party time at Cousin Subs for a limited time only. Cousins is bringing back their famous two-foot party subs, whether it's for the big game, family gathering, or work celebration. Cousins' 2-foot party sub is sure to be a crowd pleaser. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is $39.99, feeds 5 to 8 people, and requires 24-hour notice to order. Order in-store, online, or on their app for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Also, calling all Black-owned businesses and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and reach more people? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky businesses will get the opportunity to be spotlighted, them and their brand and their journey, right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Sign up for your business spotlight interview. Visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure right here on The Truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. Hey, look, we got Winky Blue on the lines. Winky Blue, you're on the new 1017.
Hey, good afternoon to you, my man.
How you doing, brother?
Hey, listen. We do have a law with the books like that.
I seen it.
We got a book on there about adultery.
I just seen it. That's a class R felony.
Right. It's for adultery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. That once you find the person liable, then you can come back civilly and sue that person. It don't have to just be your husband or your wife. It could be the person that you was fooling with. They are adulterous too. It cost me. I had to go get my buddy out of jail. $500 it cost.
What?
I don't know what it costs now. Costing $500, man. Listen, I don't like to get that game out because women will and men will be running around here locking everybody up. They don't even need no domestic no more. There won't even be no domestic, and that's a felony. That's a big F.
Yeah, it is a felony.
That's a big F, bro.
In Wisconsin, it says it's a class
I try not to even talk about it because the wrong woman get a hold of that.
About that
you know, huh?
I didn't even know I was going to talk about this today. It just kind of
right. Well, if a woman get a hold of this, she won't even call domestic violence no more. She'll just prove it, get the girl that he's cheating with, and they get together and conspire with each other, and you gone. You're going to be downtown, man. You're going to be me. I don't know what it costs to get out now, but it was $500.
What? So you actually had to get somebody out?
I had to get somebody out. It was $500 bail, man.
What?
$500. The Lord in heaven is my witness, man. I'm not making this up.
Oh, wow.
It's been a minute back. I don't know what the bail is now. But if they execute that and that girl want to do it, I don't even want to talk about it no more, man.
You already said enough.
Man.
You done already said
I know. Everybody be in jail. I'm out.
All right.
I'm out.
Oh wow! I didn't know this was gonna pop up on. This was definitely not in my notes today. I'm trying to tell you. But Truth Nation, hey, they gonna try to let me know. They was gonna try to let me know. I was just trying to bring up the story about what happened with the man and he got his wife lover, and now I just stumbled on a Class I felony. Wisconsin adultery law prohibits married individuals from having sexual intercourse with anyone who is not their spouse. It was enacted in 1849. The law states that anyone who commits adultery is guilty of a Class I felony, which carries a maximum of $10,000 fine and a 3.5 years in prison. What? And a lot of, hey, maybe we should go to break. I'm just, hey, I didn't know it was going to get that thick. I didn't know it was going to go like that on the show today. They said, according to statute 944.16, written in 1849, adultery is a Class I felony. This applies to extramarital affairs that involve sexual intercourse, regardless of whether it was the spouse or third party who engages in the act. Whew! Al.
You're going to jail.
Al, you on the new 1017 The Truth. How you doing now?
I'm doing wonderful. First of all, if you find a loophole, it can be broken. In the Bible, that was always pushed. Joseph had 27 wives. So,
yeah, it was poly.
You can find a loophole and challenge that. Also,
it's always a defense.
You can't sue somebody for a relationship that's already broken. So if you decide to stay, that's all free will. And according to law, just file bankruptcy like your president.
Right.
And you won't lose nothing.
Like what, 6-7 times?
Actually 11.
Okay,
so
yeah, I know it's up there.
If you find a loophole, flaunt it. The Jews does it all the time. And they're still doing
it. You're right. That's something that when we finally caught on to, they started changing the bankruptcy law.
And other thing is, this wouldn't be a problem if men would stop being so messy. All you got to do is strap on a condom and stop going in there raw. And y'all won't have this problem. So stop running your mouth so much. Because when y'all get drunk and y'all get in them drugs, you tell all your business. Learn how to shut the hell up and stay in your place. And you won't have nobody busting out the little window on your car. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bust it open. Get yourself.
Y'all be really clowning on this show. Y'all really be clowning. Because, hey, I would wonder, what would it be a defense for this? You're right. If they can take you to court, but you might have a good defense. Maybe they was always tired. Had a headache all the time. I don't know. It's always a defense, though. But look, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay like they right here on Tory Lowe.
You're not going to jail. You're going to prison.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Ben Jammin with his truth.
Truth Nation and all the juicy jammers out there, can I be honest? Honest about what? Honest about me. Honest about following your dreams. Matthew 16, verse 26. What does it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul? I didn't know what I was getting into when my mother birthed me. I never imagined walking out of a job would lead me here. Back in 2017, I was working third shift at a grocery store, hating it. I knew I had to make a change. One day I walked out. No plan, just a leap of faith. 2 months later, I got a job with V100, and it was on and popping. I met Wiz Khalifa, Jerry Springer, Ice Cube, and Charlamagne the God. But in 2020, everything changed. COVID hit, and I was furloughed. But it gave me clarity. Clarity on who I was, who my real friends were, and what I truly wanted. After 8 months, I got an opportunity with 1017 The Truth. I got the chance to speak on air, and things took off. I started as a producer, and now I'm the host of Jammin' with Juice. I've spoken with the White House, NBA All-Stars, and even killed an unreleased track with one of your favorite rappers. Through it all, I remained vulnerable with you, Truth Nation, especially after losing my dad. But here's the truth. It's not just about following your dreams. It's about preparing for them. What you want to happen is going to happen. But if you're not ready for it, you have to watch it pass you by. As a great prophet once said, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. So if we're waiting for the divine timing of the George Floyd assassination, the time that I took for myself to become greater, or the vision of the CEO of our company, 1017 The Truth, or myself wouldn't be here. So I'll call it divine timing. I can tell you to follow your dreams, but it's much better if you prepare for them.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's. While big companies might be pulling back on DEI, consumers are still very much interested in supporting diverse businesses. That's according to Aurora James, founder of 15% Pledge, an organization founded in 2020 that works with big retailers, asking them to promise to commit at least 15% of their shelf space for Black-owned businesses. She says that people, especially Gen Z, are still committed to supporting diverse brands when they shop.
Consumer sentiment and consumer values haven't changed over the past 4 years. Like, we still know that people are more interested than ever in shopping with their values. And so I think every corporation that we partnered with at the 15% Pledge, whether it's Sephora or Nordstrom, are really proud to continue with these commitments.
On top of its core mission, 15% Pledge also offers several grants to Black-owned businesses. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snine. Once down 24 points in the fourth quarter, the Milwaukee Bucks storming back to upset the Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday night, 110-103.
Hits on the deck, picked up by Trent. Feeds it ahead. Porter's behind the pack. He stuffs it down.
Kevin Porter Jr. with 2 of his 21 points there off the bench. Giannis also adding a team-high 23 points. And the Bucks making the largest comeback in NBA history, once down 24 points with 10 or less minutes to play, and they improved to 45-34 on their season. And lastly, over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers also getting the win on Tuesday night, beating Colorado 7-1 in Game 1 of the 3-game set in Denver.
Fly ball deep right. Wow, Yelich demolishes one up into the night sky, all the way back to the wall. Goodbye, Christian Yelich.
With the win, the Brewers improving to 6-5. Brewers-Rockies Game 2 tonight set for 7:40. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I bust the windows out your car, and no, it didn't mend my broken heart. I'll probably always have these ugly scars, but right now I don't care about that part.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Saturday's gonna be powerful. We got the cleanup. Hey, look, and after the cleanup, we are going to be having a great event, 414 Day at Clicks. Shakes came in with the new shoe. He'll be displaying his new shoe on 414 Day. And also, Ben and Carrie, Jamming with Juice, will be broadcasting live from Clicks. And look, it's going to be powerful. And on my show and on Jamming with Juice in the morning, we'll be giving a pair of Adidas away from Shakes, his new colorway, the blue, the suede, the yellow. Hey, it's going to be powerful. Where the shoe at? Let me see. It was over here. Let me see if it's...
Behind the, yep.
All right, sorry about that. I had to go grab the shoe. It was over on the other side, but if y'all watching as we broadcast live, these are the ones I'm getting. As soon as they come available, these are the ones I'm getting Saturday after the cleanup, because I'm telling you, this is powerful. I think this is the fourth shoe. I'm behind. I still got to get two more pair, but once again, we'll be giving away a free pair this Friday, so listen to the Tory Lowe Show and listen to Jamming with Juice in the morning on Friday. Hey, call in and you can win. It's going to be a powerful Saturday this weekend. Clean up, then we're heading over to Clicks for the 414 Day release of his new shoes. Salute to Shakes. Joining me on the lines is Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Elizabeth?
Hey, salute, King. All is well.
Hey, look, there's a lot going on the show today.
Man.
Hey, True Nation. Hey. They be wildin'. They be wildin'.
Hey, gotta love it.
They be wildin'. Hey, I didn't know you can go down in Wisconsin. Hey, I thought it was in another state. You better stay on your P's and Q's if you walk down that aisle.
Hey, it's rules to everything.
Hey,
you know.
You better know the game.
It just goes to show that a lot of people don't, do the research when it comes to, because again, when you in bliss,
right,
you ain't thinking about, it ever ending or, an individual stepping out or something like that. But at the end of the day, you better do your homework prior to, and correct whatever you're doing right now. Now that you know. It's not, knowledge is power. So.
Hey, that was some knowledge I didn't think I was going to get today. You know what I mean? Hey.
Look
got
here.
To be more careful.
You best to be careful. Like, hey, but if that's how you get out, you better be careful. Yeah.
But it's an alienation of affection, so that means that the relationship had to be affectionate. It can't be all broke down. So it's a defense. If y'all wasn't, if you was always tired and I was trying to, get close to you and you was pushing me away, I think that this may not work.
I don't know.
It say this is what they say. These 7 states have chosen to uphold the legal basis of these claims, viewing them as necessary means to redress for the aggressive party in the relationship. But to prove it, you have to prove that the relationship was a loving relationship and the person that came in broke that up.
Well, I don't think, again, hopefully you got your receipts,
right,
and you can prove, because a lot of times, the significant other is telling you that everything is good, because a lot of times when you find that situation out, a lot of people be taken back by it because they be like, I thought we was good. Matter of fact, every time I asked you, you said we was straight.
We was straight.
When I asked you if something was on your mind or what's going on, are you good? You said, yeah. A lot of times they be like, well, I ain't tell you because I ain't want to hurt your feelings. But my feelings is hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
you hurt them anyway.
A lot of times it's to play along to get along, and the whole time doing something else instead of, everybody my grandmama used to say, everybody grown until it's time to communicate, apologize, and tell the truth, you know?
Hey, I'll say this. Now that these laws is on the books, hey, you gotta think twice. You gotta cross your T's and dot your I's now when you sign them papers.
Absolutely. But, also, too, a lot of people, especially nowadays, getting married just to have the extravagant wedding. And, I mean, it'd be over, a lot of times. That's what it be. That's what the media promotes.
Right.
Rather,
the mainstream.
Just that look. Absolutely. And what they don't tell you is marriage is not always, butterflies and,
Cinderella.
Bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the hard times that get you to respect, uphold the good times, Ain't nothing in life just straight up. Everything got the up and down. The roller coaster gonna happen. You just got to have two people that's willing to ride that roller coaster and no matter what, at the end of the day, still choose each other, So.
Somebody said,
hey.
Reginald in the chat says, bet you those consequences and repercussions will keep Johnny's jumping joystick in his jeans. Hey, the city girls. Hey, the city girls up too.
Period.
Hey, anybody that's out here, again, you just be honest with yourself. I think a lot of times we go into marriage and these relationships with a preconceived notion. We thinking it's going to be like the Cosbys. We thinking it's going to be like certain things that we've seen, even to the point of, thinking like your marriage is going to be like your mother and father or your grandmother and grandfather, but you not them and your partner is not them either. A lot of times we say we want something, but we don't even equate to what we want. You can't say you want the real and everything about you fake. So a lot of times I think it's a reality check.
Somebody says
when we go into these situations.
Miss Dukes in the chat says, hurt my feelings with the truth any day versus a lie. Too. Because once you lie to me, I can never trust you again.
Never trust you again. Salute, Queen. I'll take the truth for 300.
Maurice
for real.
Maurice in the chat says, as Kanye said once before, we won't prenup.
Well, I mean, in our community, it's like, what, you going to take the car and then, we got two cars, we're going to split it because we all struggling in 2025. You know what I'm saying? So prenup, it don't even matter. Like, again, you have to make sure, that you're ready for that journey. And hopefully your partner is too. But if not, we know that there's rules and regulations because a lot of people don't file for certain things because they didn't know that was possible, So knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Hey, look, I'll tell you this. This has been a long show today, but we had the investigators that came in to talk about James Cooper down in Mississippi. They told a lot of details that made for a lot of red flags.
Absolutely. I mean, from jump, and my condolences and my prayers up for the family, because it's sad when you lose somebody and you have to do your own investigation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even been able to mourn.
The family had 3 investigators working on it.
Come on. That's horrific because you haven't even had the time to mourn, and then you still don't know what happened to your child. Is above and beyond egregious.
Hey, look, like I said, when they come to me, our job is to try to do something about it.
Absolutely. Immediately.
And so we're working on it. So salute to the investigators for coming in on the show. We got a lot of work to do with that one.
Absolutely.
That's been going on for a while now.
Yeah, but the powerful thing is the energy is there. So usually, when we stay consistent with certain things shift. and then just out of nowhere, you have what it is you need. So I'm a true believer in keeping that mind frame that we're going to find out regardless, and we got to just continue to be all gas and no brakes with it.
Right. And I might have to go down to Mississippi.
Hey, I'm with it.
When I get involved in some of this stuff, right, and I got some family down there I ain't seen in a long time, I might have to stop and see them too, because my family came up here from Mississippi. So I got some uncles down there. I got some family members down there.
Okay, my daughter's grandparents is from there. So yeah, salute to Mississippi.
That's right. So, hey, that's a lot. That's a handful. Also, we talked about Carmelo Anthony and the situation with the Metcalf brothers. Thank you for chiming in. You thank you for watching that situation. But the comments and things that people are saying in the comments are very eye-opening. And you didn't see that for the guy on the subway after he choked out the Michael Jackson impersonator. And for other things that happened where the black person was aggressed, you didn't see that same outcome. You didn't see that same reaction.
You don't see that same energy because again, we are a group of people that don't care what you raise your money for. We're not trying to. Again, we truly believe in justice. When it happened to Tamar Rice, when it happened to the black twins in Georgia,
and we still trying to figure out what happened.
You know what I'm saying? We still trying to find exactly, and there's nobody that's been arrested. When it comes to
I got the one guy that arrested
Carmelo
for sharing
Anthony.
the pictures.
Yeah, but there's nobody for their murder.
For the crime, yeah.
So, I mean, when we think about that, and the George Zimmermans, the Kyle Rittenhouses, and they raised all this money for these individuals because, again, they have a right to do that. On the opposing side, we have a right to do that. Where we spend our money is our business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell us what we can't do. It's the double standard for me, When you think about the rights that we supposed to have, that's our right. Just like it was Carmelo's right to protect his life. If he said that he feared for his life, then so be it. What people not understanding is the fact that this was a kid who gave verbal warnings. Don't put your hands on me. Don't touch me or you're going to find out. He wasn't the aggressor. He was not the aggressor. He was under a tent during a rainfall. If the rain was pouring, everybody is trying to get somewhere out of the rain. So the way that it transpired, like I said, this was a good kid. Bad things took place. He didn't come there with the intent. Per the record, they stated that Carmelo was on the track roster and the twins were too. So all of them had a right to be there. The reality is, it's a time where, like I said, the media is putting out hit shots. It's the eager to make Carmelo the villain. And the reality was that, because they was posting pictures of him with an aerosol gun trying to make him out to be this thug. But then when, you had the black grassroots media, which shout out to the black grassroots media who have been doing their due diligence, all of these pictures went to surfacing of a whole nother idea of Austin, okay? With guns and things like that. But the reality of it is we're in America. We have a right to spend our money where we want to spend our money. And just like everybody else has a right to spend their money where they spend their money, there's never enjoyment in a child losing their life. But at the reality, when we talk about this situation, when you're put in a situation where you feel threatened, you have a right to protect your life.
Hey. Look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today. Elizabeth Brown, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brewers baseball is the sound of summer in Milwaukee. And now you can catch the Brewers on local TV for select Tuesday night games.
Cheerio! sends it deep to left, and there she
It's
goes.
Brew Crew Tuesdays. On April 15th, the Crew take on the Detroit Tigers at 6:40 p.m.
Half swing. He went. Another strikeout for Freddie Peralta.
This Brew Crew Tuesday is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. See the action on Fox 6 in Milwaukee and check your local listings for where you can watch over the air statewide on April 15th.
Join the City of Milwaukee for a chance to connect your business to potential contracting opportunities with the city and county government at the upcoming City of Milwaukee Vendor Fair. This event is a gateway to expand your business through workshops, networking, and access to staff regarding city contracting opportunities. The event takes place from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Thursday, April 24th at BMO Tower, 790 North Water Street, floors 2 and 11. Again, that's the City of Milwaukee Vendor Fair on Thursday, April 24th from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the BMO Tower in downtown Milwaukee. Come learn about the city's bid submittal process, small business certification, and contracting opportunities. Parking validation is available for this event at the BMO Tower. You don't want to miss this one. Save the date for April 24th at BMO. Sponsored by the City of Milwaukee Department of Administration, City of Milwaukee Purchasing Department, and the City of Milwaukee Department of City Development. For more information, you can visit milwaukee.gov/DOA events.
It's 414 Day Weekend, Milwaukee, and we're going big. Come hang with Jammin' with Juice live at Clicks in Shorewood this Saturday, April 12th from 1 to 3 p.m. We're celebrating the city at Clicks as they drop their latest 414 Day shoe with Adidas. They'll have custom sneaker art by Alexander John, flash tattoos by MGN Studios, and food from Toya's Kitchen. It's all going down at 1916 East Capitol Drive in Shorewood. Don't miss the vibes, the art, the food, and all things Milwaukee.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Gear up for a great time as Sports Milwaukee hosts Milwaukee Tailgate Week, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Set for April 24th to the 26th, Milwaukee Tailgate Week features a variety of gridiron activations for all ages, steeped in Milwaukee's iconic sports history, brews, restaurants, and venues. As the 2025 draft takes center stage in Green Bay, Sports Milwaukee and the Cream City are excited to welcome the football world to Wisconsin. For tickets, go to visitmilwaukee.org/tailgate. Brought to you by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Use promo code VISIT for 50% off. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All right, Elizabeth Brown, let me get your quick thoughts. We done ran the time down.
Again, absolutely. I'm just, thankful for you and the truth, where the community know they can come, and get their voices heard, because for a long time we couldn't. So salute to you, salute the Truth Nation, salute to this nation in totality, and just know that as long as we got the energy in our bodies, whatever we need, we can get done.
Hey, it was a lot. We ran it to the max today. It was a lot going on the show. But I appreciate you, Elizabeth Brown, for being on these front lines. And as usual, we got a lot of work to do.
Hey, King, let's get it.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen, all right, turn up for waterfall. Green don't always mean go blues. Get it.
All right, Truth Nation, look, another powerful conversation. Join me tomorrow. We got a lot going on tomorrow as well. I'm going to need y'all to open up your earth, okay? Salute to everybody in the chat and the talk to text that hit the lines. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.